Thank you very much for inviting me to present a paper in the All India History Summit organized by Center for uh, Education and Research and Training. There is one of the golden privilege actually to be given a chance to present in this paper. This is one of the hottest topics also and contentious issues also as far as the Muslim community migration settlement is concerned during 17th and 18th centuries. In this paper, I would like to present and focus on four main issues actually. The first issue is about the migration settled on Muslim community in Manipur before the 17th century. And after the 17th century and conversion to Islam, and not only these issues, but also the demographic profile of Muslim community in Manipur during the 17th and 18th centuries actually. First of all, one of the major issues which I like to focus on the origin of Muslim community before the 17th century. Some of the local scholars, even the national scholar and historians has presumed that Manipuri Muslim has come in the early period of the 6th century, 7th century, even 8th century, they claim actually. But this account has somehow contingencies based on the new sources actually. What kind of evidence is that? As far as the trade perspective is concerned, that is all inter-state relationship based on trade perspective is also slender. And in and then information gathered regarding these before the 17th century settlement Muslim community in Manipur, this also very dubious also, and we could not find any substantial and considerable amount of information also. And 17th century settlement of Muslim community in Manipur, I am using four theories of Islamization put forward by Richard Eaton. First theory is short thesis. Second theory is patronage theory. Third theory is about the social liberation theory. And fourth theory is about the migration theory. Among these four theories, three theories, migration theory, patronage theory, and the short thesis, somehow applicable in case of the settlement and migration of Muslim community in Manipur. But the last theory, social liberation theory, is not applicable at all. Why I'm explaining all these theories one by one. Short thesis, there are lots of debates and among the scholars, even among the historians also, in this short thesis theory. One of the episodes happened in this 17th century settlement. What is that? Sanongban Higaiwa. This is one of episodic event actually as far as the settlement is concerned, based on short thesis actually. That time King Khagemba was the actually king of Manipur. He has two brothers, Kings Sanongba and Singshomba. They fought each other on the issue of birth race actually. Due to this incident, Sanongba hired one boat from Singshomba, and then due to collision actually, Sanongba could not give the original boat actually, this Singshomba. On this actually issue, Singshomba tried to get the original wall from the Sanongba actually, but the King Khagemba could not solve this problem. That is why Prince Sanongba and along with mother went to Kasar and talked to the Dimasa Pratapil, one of the rulers of Kasar, and he took help of the Muhammad Naziri. Muhammad Naziri, the Nawab of Sylhet, nowadays in Bangladesh. Actually, what happened is that due to the military plight of King Khagemba, that is why King Dimasa Pratap, Dimasa is the old name of Kasar nowadays in Assam. Actually, he took the help of Muhammad Naziri, the Nawab of Sylhet, and then the Muslim and Kasari forces actually invaded towards Manipur actually. In this battle, some of the local scholars claim that actually Manipuri forces won the war actually, won the battle at Tobul, that is now in the Bishnupur district right now. but based on the Persian sources written in the 17th century, Yaddas Kurshinama, it is clearly mentioned that they fought actually briefly, but Manipur forces actually lost the battle actually. That is why they brought agreement through 3 conditions actually. The first condition is that Islam should not be looked down, and the second condition is that it would be treated with respect, and the third condition is that those Manipuri mother who performed nikah should be granted their property rights. Okay. These are the 3 conditions actually signed between the king of Manipur and the Muslim forces actually. Then they started settlement actually. This is one of the theory. And the second theory is about the patronage theory. Why, despite having that, the king of Manipur actually followed the liberal policy toward the Muslim community of Manipur as far as the settlement is concerned. Why? Actually, there might be a feeling of another invasion towards Manipur, or skills retained in them, or other geographical factors. That is why they follow the coolness policy or liberal policy towards the Muslim community. This is one of the patronage theory. And another theory is about the migration. Most of the scholar has assumed that, even has talked about the migration theory actually. Yes, lots of migration took place also. And some local scholars like Farooq Ahmad, M.A. Janab Khan, Abdul Rahman has postulated that 10 Mughal ambassadors, including the prince, also came to Manipur. But the link to the arrival of Shah Shuja, the second son of Shah Jahan actually, but this was wrong. Their presumption was wrong in the sense that Shah Shuja was killed in Arakan, nowadays in Burma. This is firmly evident from Tarikh-i-Assam, written by Shahabuddin Talis, and a translator by Professor Mazhar Hafid. He is now the professor of Jawaharlal Nehru University Persian department. He translated this book, or he has clearly mentioned in this text actually, how Shah Shuja was killed and was in Burma. Everything is there actually in clear detail. And the last theory is about the social liberation theory. One of the professor, she's now retired from Manipur University, Professor Salam Irene, said that actually caste system was not in existence actually during the time of the Muslim settlement in Manipur. That means Hinduism, Vaishnava Hinduism was not arrived at all. After the settlement, after 1 century actually, after 1 century, Hinduism became as a state religion during the reign of King Pamhaiba. He was popularly known as the Garib Niwaz. That title was given by the Muslim saints also. This is one of the theories given by another. Among these 4 theories, except the social liberation theory, among these 4 theories, the other theories, patronage theory, immigration theory, and so data are somehow applicable as far as the settlement and migration Muslim community in Manipur. And as far as the conversion process is concerned, somehow only 19 local women actually were being mentioned in the text. But in other texts also, some Manipuri women got married to Muslim men, but their names were not mentioned anywhere actually. And that's also very sketchy. Another issue is that, as far as the demographic profile of Muslim community in Manipur during 17th and 18th century, there was actually very tragic incident in the early part of the 19th century, what we call in Manipuri language in the Chahitarit Kuntakwa, 7 years devastation, 1819 to 1826. Actually, this episode has changed the demographic profile of Manipur actually. In some of the political agents writings actually, for example, James Johnston, My Experience in Manipur and Naga Hills, and then Robert Brown, Statistical Account of Manipur.
Chengiz, please present your conclusion, because 2 minutes are remaining only.
All this actually, this incident play very crucial as far as the demographic profile of Manipur. I will conclude actually on account of time, that is why I just skip the larger portions. regarding the settlement of Manipur Muslim community in Manipur during the 17th and 18th century, it is somehow an accidental process. It is not actually well thought out plan because of the difference in scenario. For example, Sufis role actually play very crucial in the expansion and extent of Islamization in the Southeast Asian is actually pointed by Professor Ira M. Lifidas, a history of South Asian societies, actually Islamic societies in Southeast Asia. But they're somehow different. That is why actually had this incident, for example, this 7 years devastation war actually, somehow the population increased, but now according to 2011 census latest one, only 8.34 actually Muslim population, 8.34 population is there actually in Manipur. Thank you very much for giving me.